Hey everyone, it's the Vitality Junkie here, and welcome to Confessions of a Vitality Junkie. Okay, confession 2, I eat a lot. And I think that there's this perception out there that people that are healthy spend their days eating lettuce, nibbling on carrots, and drinking their meals all day long. And that's simply not the case. And the reason I wanted this to be confession number 2 is because I actually had someone at work the other day ask me if I eat. And the answer is yes, and I eat a lot. So I wanted to be able to share with you guys today what it is I actually eat. So before I do, I wanted to just mention a few things. One, I eat at least 5 to 6 meals a day. So for me, I need to be eating every 2 to 3 hours. So it's really important that I make my meal portions a bit smaller in order to fit into those 5 or 6 meals a day. And the other side of it is I'm an intuitive eater. So I actually eyeball everything that I eat because I know now based on portion sizes how much my body needs. And so I'll take a serving, and then if I need a little bit more, I'll add to it if I need to, rather than adding too much to my plate, eating too much, and then feeling full after. And feeling really gross about it. So I make sure that I take smaller portions, and if I need to, I'll add to it. And the other thing is I really rely on my body's responses to hunger and satiety. So if I'm feeling hungry, I eat. If my body's telling me I'm full, I stop eating. So it's really important to follow the cues from your body, because it's telling you when you should be eating and when you need to stop. So we need to be focusing on that as well. So I'm going to show you what my meals look like in a day. So I'm going to take you over here quickly. So for breakfast, I will usually have, and again, this is just a sample meal day, so I can have a variety of different foods at any time, but this is oatmeal with some fruit, some nuts, some flax, and some soy milk in there, so that would be my breakfast. And then a few hours later, I'll have my snack, which is cottage cheese. Here I actually have dry curd cottage cheese with yogurt, just so I can get the same consistency as normal cottage cheese, but it has way more protein in it. And I'll usually add a piece of fruit to it as well, so I'll have some banana with that. Today, coincidentally, we went out for dinner last night, so I had an omelet, or I'm going to have an omelet for lunch, but usually I would have leftovers that I had for dinner the night before for lunch. And then for a snack, I'm going to have a protein muffin with an apple. And then for dinner, we haven't made it yet, so I just wanted to show you a recipe. We're going to actually have tofu fried rice. And then every day after dinner, most days after dinner, I will also indulge in a little bit of chocolate. So I'll have 2 pieces of my dark chocolate here. And the reason I have that is because I am a chocoholic and I love chocolate. So in order to keep my chocolate craving at bay, I just have a couple pieces of dark chocolate after dinner, and I feel great. And the other rule that I live by is the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time I eat really healthy, and then 20% of the time I allow myself to indulge. So if I get invited out for dinner, or we get invited to a friend's house and they have dessert, or they have appies, or whatever it may be, I will allow myself to eat those foods. And of course, again, I watch my hunger cues, so I don't overindulge, but I just make sure that I'm having small bits of it, so I'm not restricting myself of anything, because there's nothing worse than feeling like you're not giving yourself the chance to have different foods. When you start doing that, that's when it becomes difficult to stick to a healthy diet. And so it's really important about seeing it as a healthy, balanced lifestyle, as opposed to restricting yourself of different foods. So that's it. There you have it. That's confession number 2.